Hi everyone and welcome to Club 2 episode 18 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM20 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. It's great to have you with me. So today we've got a double header in the Champions League against Shirak from the Armenian League. It's going to be a complete unknown for us. I have no idea how we're going to cope with it. We might do brilliantly or we might do really badly. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But we're going to play both those games today in this episode and see how we get on. There's not an awful lot more to tell you about before we do that, but just one or two couple of little things. In terms of our schedule, we had to come back quite early because of the Champions League qualifying. So we played a couple of friendlies. They've gone pretty well so far, a couple of wins there, so that's good. In terms of the tactics and the team for today, 3 of the 4 signings that we've made so far this summer, and there is potential for more. We've still got 30 days until the start of the Welsh Premier League, so there's a bit more time for some more transfers maybe. But 3 of the 4 new signings of the summer start today, the 4th one being George Hughes, who wasn't signed in time to be registered for the competition. But what we've got is we've got Fuller in goal as one of our new signings. We've got Smith in the attacking midfield line. And then we've got Pritchard, who's on the bench, actually, for this particular game. Those are the 3 that make it into the squad for today's game. The rest of the squad for today's game being Fuller in goal, Tatum at right back, Owens at left back, Gardner and Bentker in central defence, Hazel, Rogers and Smith in central midfield, with Sarmento on the right, Parry on the left and Basumbru up top. And just for the new people amongst us that haven't maybe caught up on everything that's been going on in this particular series, let's introduce you to the occasional player through this particular next couple of episodes. And the first being this guy, Basumbru. He was our top goal scorer last season. If we go and have a look at his career stats, he scored 21 in 31 last season, was absolutely key for us. You can see that he's, for this level of football, he's got a decent finishing, he's got decent composure, little bit of pace about him as well, good penalty taking, off the ball's good. So there's lots of positive things in just the right places for him, and he was a superstar for us last season, so I'm hoping for more this season. We'll see. There are 1 or 2 players in this side, the likes of Parry, who might, if I can, get replaced, but it's just hard finding the right people. The bench that goes along with our starting 11 is Hope, Harden, Evans, Pritchard, Fenlon, Graham. Also, for those that are new, Jake and Kerry Fenlon are not related to each other, just share the name, so there you go for that. Other than that, we play our gegenpress on a balanced mentality, and I'll introduce you to a few more bits of the tactic over time. But let's get into today's game, the first of today's game, and see what happens. I've handed over to my assistant, my new assistant, John Gilbertson, to suggest to them, come on lads, show me what you can do. Just a positive kind of encouragement type of team talk. So let's get into the fixture. So it looks like Shirak are at home in their gold and black. We are going to be in our darker black kind of kit, which kind of doesn't really fit particularly well with the fact that they're wearing black shorts as well. But never mind, we'll have to get on with it. And the first opportunity... Oh dear, 7 minutes into our Champions League campaign and Shirak take the lead. Decent free kick in, obviously, but our marking at the far post was fairly atrocious. Look at that big bunch of players that they had, all swamping that back post area. But here we go, for an opportunity for us down the right-hand side. Cross comes in from Tatum, and it's half cleared, but we pick up the loose ball. Owens, and he loses out, but Parry picks the ball up again. Rogers on the top of the box. Nice keep ball there. Can we get a shot away at any point soon? We do, but it's really easily blocked. But we again pick up the loose ball, come back in, Sarmento with a chance, and I don't know if the goalkeeper saved it. It kind of hit him really and went round past the post. And we have the corner kick comes in, and Parry with the header, and the header goes over the top of the bar. But we are finding our way back into the game a little bit. Good opportunity for them down their left-hand side. Can we find a way to get a foot in? Sarmento tried it and didn't quite manage it. A bit of a loose ball there, but they're going to keep it in, are they? Just about. But we get a half challenge in, and they've still got the ball at the top of the box, and we find ourselves 2-0 down. Okay. Throw in for us. Let's see if we can do something with this. Parry back to Owens. Can he get the cross in? He does. Into Basumbru. Holds the ball up for Smith. And hits the top of the crossbar. And they now get it cleared. Really unlucky there. Good opportunity. And a really good strike by Smith. Obviously one of our debutants playing in his first competitive game for us. One more highlight before the end of the half, it looks like. And it's going to go to them. Surely we're not going to go 3-0 down before half time. Surely. But again, they get a really good shot on the edge of the box, and this time it goes sailing over the top. Please give me to half-time. We are there to half-time. We're going to have to put a rocket up these guys. My assistant wants to suggest that we let them know we appreciate their efforts. I am not doing that. Assertively, we're going to say I expect to see a much better performance from you for the second half, and just leave it at that and go back in again. But the highlights have died a little bit. Let's see if we can make a substitution and just see if we can find a way to unlock something here. Where are the weak spots? The weak spots are central in midfield, aren't they, really? Both Rogers and Hazel. So we're actually going to bring both of them off. We're going to put Pritchard on, and we're going to bring Evans on into that central midfield area. We're going to hold one back just for later on in the game a little bit as well. 67 minutes gone, 2-0 down. Really, really disappointing. But can we find a way to get at least an away goal, which would potentially be really valuable to us? On that occasion, though, no, it was very well cleared by them. But we have picked it back up in the defensive area again. Keep it nicely there. And into Bentker. He goes wide left out to Parry. Parry's plenty of space. He could go left to the wide open space there, but he chooses to go to Sarmento on the right. And the cross comes in, and oh, there we go. That's much better. Busumbru with the goal for the first goal of this particular season in a competitive game. There's the star of our show, which I highlighted before the game. Busumbru. It's all about Busumbru. Can we get him the chances? And if we can, he takes them a lot of the time. And this time it was Sarmento with a decent cross in. And there's a snapshot by Busumbru. And it goes in the back of the net. And we are 2-1 down. But that's an away goal. And that's really important. So can we continue to push forward? Let's get rid of some of these nerves. So let's take off Bentker and put Hope on. Decent central defensive option, Hope. And hopefully takes away the apprehension, which is positive. So the cross comes in, and there's a really good free kick by Parry. Really nicely placed just in that corner of that 6-yard box. And the oncoming Gardner, our central defender, puts the ball home really, really very nicely indeed. You can see he makes his run really well, gets rid of his marker, and then left-footed puts it right in that bottom corner. And that's a really good strike. I'm really impressed by that. And there is no offside, which is positive. So onwards and upwards from that one. I could go defensive, I could do all sorts, but I think there's no need. We're coming back into the game in this second half, and it's worth trying to continue to do that right the way through to the whistle. Another opportunity on the corner kick, half cleared, and a couple of rebounded shots, and then Evans with a brilliant strike again. I think he had the first attempt. Second attempt was then parried again, and it comes back to Evans, and he does brilliantly well. And we are really, really back in this tie at 3-2. With only a couple of seconds left of this first leg, which is utterly brilliant. What a brilliant comeback at that. I can't get my words out. A brilliant comeback that is. I'm really, really pleased by that. I thought we were slightly done and dusted, but if you look at these stats, we've done really, really well. We've dominated a lot of the game. So it was only right that we came back into it in the scoreline for the second half of that first game. Now we can let them know that we appreciate their efforts, and I'll let the assistant do that and build up their relationship between the assistant and the players. So there we go, that's the first leg done, and we've found ourselves in a pretty good situation. So here we are for the second game of our double header against Shirak in the Champions League. The first one 3-2, as you've just seen, which is really good. We've had a friendly match in between times, which we won 2-1. Everybody's come through that unscathed. There's a couple of people that are slightly lower in conditioning that I like, but that's just part of being the early season. So we're going to keep exactly the same starting 11, exactly the same bench. And so let's get into this second game and see what happens. First opportunity for them, though, down the left-hand side. Are they going to get a decent cross in? He's going to come centrally, and the shot goes away. Remember, the long shots in the first game caused us an awful lot of problems, but that one was narrowly wide and didn't cause the goalkeeper too much of an issue on that occasion. Here we go for a throw-in down our left-hand side. Good opportunity for Smith to get on the ball, and it moves into Hazel. Plenty of space. Can we put the through ball? Sarmento in on the goal. Oh, brilliant goal. Brilliant strike by Sarmento. Brilliant goal. Hazel had so much space in central midfield there. Good ball in from Smith, and look at that amount of space he has. And he buys his time and then releases that ball perfectly for the on-running Sarmento. Gets it out from his feet, right-footed into the back of the net, and we take a 1-0 lead in this game. 4-2 on aggregate. So Owens down this left-hand side after a sweeping looping ball from the right. Cuts in. Oh, I thought it was going to cross then, but he chose to take a shot, and that was our left-sided fullback. And I think it showed that he was a fullback on that occasion. Didn't get really anything on the shot, did he, particularly? And it goes harmlessly wide. Again, deep for us, though, is Hazel on the ball. Sarmento on the right gets a chance to run at his fullback and eventually parts it off to Basumbru with Smith. What a shot that was. Whoa. I was caught by surprise by that one, really. I thought Smith was going to run into the box at least and try and get past another defender maybe before the shot came away. But Sarmento, with a great run at this point, gets it into Basumbru, and Basumbru palms it off straight away. And the first time shot by Smith caught everybody by surprise, including the goalkeeper. Look at those match stats, which are utterly brilliant. Possession is high. Shots at goal is really high. They've not had one on target yet. We are absolutely dominant. So we can go into the half-time and really be passionate and happy about it. So I'm very pleased with the performance. Keep it up, lads. He's the perfect one to use. Complacent. I don't like that. That shouldn't be the response. They should be more motivated to keep it going than that. But we'll check in on that in about 20 minutes into the second half and see where we're at. But a good opportunity for a corner kick. Corner gets partially cleared, but Rogers picks up the ball, gets it back into Basumbru, but again cleared. Parry picks up the loose ball back to Rogers. Can we find another shooting opportunity? Hazel onto Smith again. Narrowly wide again of that far post as Smith looked at it. But a really good opportunity. Another opportunity from Parry, far post. And, they just about get it cleared. A little bit of pinball in the penalty box there before they got it cleared. But it goes out for a corner kick. And Rogers with the corner kick. Can we get a decent one in? It goes to the far post. And a looping header from Basumbru. But, yeah, on that occasion, didn't quite get it on target, did he? 68 minutes. Let's go and make a couple of subs. Sarmento's down on his conditioning. So we'll bring Jake Fenlon on for him. Got a couple of low ratings. Parry's low, so we'll bring the other Fenlon on for him. The Fenlon twins that are nothing to do with each other in family terms. And then we got Rogers on a 6.6, so we're going to bring him on off and put Evans on, one of our other regular central midfield players, who will hopefully go and secure that area a little bit. But I'm just absolutely delighted by this. It's been absolutely no issue at all, has it? We've sailed through. And we can just take our time now and get some good practice in terms of the way that we play. And, Hazel with a wild shot there. But continue to move the ball well, continue to work on our pressing game. It's all really good for before the start of the Welsh Premier League season to get these types of games in a competitive match. It'll be interesting to see who we get in the second round. I have seen the second round draw, but I can't remember which were the two sides that we had the opportunity to play. So we'll have to go and check out that in a second and see whether we can see who our next opponents will be. Evans with the ball out wide to Owens on the left. Cross comes into Fenlon on the far post and he puts his header just over the top of the crossbar. Here's an opportunity for Shirak. Are they going to get a consolation goal in this match and therefore the tie? He gets too far in. Nobody really challenged him. I guess once you're in the penalty box, it's harder to get a foot in. You don't want to give away a penalty, but his shot was weak in the end. Time's ticking. There's the full whistle. 2-0 on the day. A total of 5-2 on aggregate, which was a brilliant comeback from the first half of the first leg. Let's go in passionately and say I'm really pleased with that performance. We can come out and accept the adulation from the press and everybody's going to love us, which is really great. Everybody's on form. Everybody's happy. So there's the wake-up call. Bate Borisov from Belarus, who are a recognisable name in terms of these qualifying rounds for the Champions League. And that's going to be our next opponent. And that double header is going to be our next episode. Whoa. This could be slightly more challenging, I would suggest, but that's for next episode. I hope you enjoyed this particular one. I had a great time. I thought we played really, really well. I'm really impressed by the new signings and how they're fitting in. And there is still time for some more signings. So hopefully by next episode, something might have happened there. I'll let you know if it does. But join me for next episode for Bate and the two-legged affair with them. But for now, thanks for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Thanks for all the new subscribers coming over and checking my stuff out. Please stick with me. I will get better and better, I promise you. I feel the momentum is growing for my channel, so that's really encouraging. So So hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you are, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you enjoyed this particular episode, please click that like button. You absolutely smashed it in the last episode. I was thrilled by that. If you could do that again, that would be great. That continues to get people seeing my content, which is really important. If you're playing Football Manager yourself, have a great time doing it. Let me know about your saves in the comments below. Always interested to hear your stories of Football Manager. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you very soon, and bye for now.